This is KRDS News, your news source for the Annandale High School Cardinals.
Hello Annandale High School and welcome to KRDS News. I'm Zach.
And I'm Aubrey. Thank you for joining us this Friday for the weekly news, updates, and announcements. There's only one quarter left until quarter 3 rolls around, so make sure you get all that work done and turned in before it's too late.
We want to introduce you to someone new to our school this year. Our KRDS correspondents Ava, Aubrey, and Jaden went out to interview Mr. Motson on his daily responsibilities and adventures as our school's athletic director. Let's take a look.
Yeah, introduce myself. I'm Mr. Matson, the activities director. Daily responsibilities, I guess it changes a lot by the day, kind of depending if there's games at night or if there's something going on, there's an event that we're getting ready for. You know, a lot of stuff that Ms. Moravec and I work on is just something like transportation, getting that all lined up, taking care of like all the event workers, making sure we have officials for the night, making sure we have people like run the scoreboard, do the clock. Favorite part of my job, I think, is just like the competitions or like the performances. I mean, getting to see the students, you know, they put in all that work and practice and then they get to go out and compete on the floor, perform on that stage and kind of like have that moment that they really enjoy that they work towards. And then seeing the big successes, you know, the teams that have a big win and they get to advance in the section tournament or go to state, or, you know, they get to advance in sections in one act play or something like that. I mean, seeing those big successes is always fun too. So I graduated with a degree in business administration and worked in a bank for like a year and a half doing bank loans and stuff, and realized that I didn't enjoy it. I was still coaching at the time. So then I quit my job at the bank and went back to grad school and got a degree in coaching administration and athletic administration, I guess you could say. So then, yeah, I got that degree, started applying for jobs, got my first job up in Crosby. Crosby Ironton was the school I was at first. I was there for 5 years, and then I went to Big Lake for 3, and now Annandale. There's a lot of things about Annandale that you know, were exciting to me. I think the strong community aspect. I mean, our activities and athletics programs have such strong support here. I think you see that in any games you go to, they're well attended. I mean, the parents are invested, the kids are invested. We have great coaches that are really passionate about what they do, and just wanting to be a part of that was something that excited me. Most challenging part is probably the time management, because there's so many different things going on. Trying to find time to make sure that all the programs are getting everything they need, that you're getting everyone where they need to be. Just trying to find the daily time to do that without missing something. That's the big fear, is that you're going to miss something and all of a sudden there's no bus for the team to go to wherever they're going that night or something like that, and then it affects a bigger group of people. So just trying to find the time to get everything done would be the biggest challenge, I think.
Thank you, Mr. Matson, for all you do to improve our school environment.
We are now switching it over to Steiny, who is live outside the building with your local weather report for the upcoming weekend.
Morning, Annandale High School. We are currently live here outside, so you can see for yourselves what we got going on today and for this upcoming weekend. You know, it's currently about 24 degrees out here. Not too cold, not too hot, but as the day goes on, it's going to drop to around 11 degrees by the end. Going into tomorrow, it's going to slowly warm up and reach a high of around 26 later in the evening. We'll have some scattered snow showers late afternoon into the evening as well. Sunday is when you're really going to want to bundle up. The high for the day is about 20 degrees real early in the morning, and we will experience a very steady temperature drop to -4 degrees by the end of the day. Monday and Tuesday will also be cold, with lows in the negatives and highs in the single digits. It's going to start to warm up again next Wednesday. We got some snow yesterday. That was supposed to accumulate to around an inch or so, and right here in front of the high school, looks like we got, give or take, ½ an inch to an inch, so that ain't too bad, but we're going to need a bit more than that if we want to get the sleds out this weekend. In other news, we are finally making some good ice and probably gaining about an inch or so every day. There should be plenty of ice to start driving out on the lakes and get the big houses out this weekend if you haven't already. Lastly, I got a little weekend walleye tip here for you. With this warm weather moving in just in time for the weekend, the big cold front on Saturday too, or on Sunday, should be a pretty good weekend to get out there and catch a couple. Also, the barometric pressure right now, perfect range for walleyes. And I may have heard the bite's pretty good over on Buffalo Lake right now, so. Anyways, that's all for your live weather report today, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your local weatherman, Steiny. Now on to sports.
Thank you, Steiny. Now it's time for your Cardinal sports updates.
The Alpine ski team has been hard at work with rain early on in the season, and now with practices and competitions taking place in frigid temperatures and high winds. Despite the challenges, the team has experienced some success. Here's team captain, Faith Poole.
Well, at the recent races, we've had a lot of people placing in the upper 20, which is actually really hard when you have like 120 or 150 people there. So it's been really good, and we've had a good season so far.
There is strength in numbers, and Faith reports that the team is double the size of some of the others. Way to go, skiers, and keep up the good work. If you're looking to show support, make sure you mark your calendars. Their next home meet is Tuesday, the 21st, which is the first day of the new quarter.
The girl basketball team played New London with a close game resulting in a loss of 54-67. Then the girls traveled out to Rockford on Tuesday, winning with a score of 63-30. They traveled to Watertown yesterday and lost 57-65.
The boys basketball team had 3 games this week. Monday, they took on the New London Wildcats, winning with a score of 86-62. Tuesday, they had another game in Rockford against the Rockets, losing 50-67. Then on Thursday, they hosted Watertown Mayor Royals and lost again with a score of 44-49.
The boys wrestling team had a duel in Hutchinson last night. The Lightning lost with a score of 31-42. The girls varsity team also had a duel against Hutch and came up short by a score of 24-48. The boys varsity team has an individual tournament on Saturday in Alexandria. Good luck, wrestlers.
This past Tuesday, our girls gymnastics team had a home meet against Rockford. They got a season-high scoring, a 128.975, and beating Rockford by about 7 points. Although they competed very well on Tuesday, here is a TikTok of some of their fails from the past few weeks. Their next varsity invite is this Saturday, tomorrow at Maple Lake. The meet starts at 11:50.
The boys Bison hockey team had a couple games in the last week. They played Sartell last Saturday and lost with a score of 4-5. They played Edina last night and lost with a score of 4-0. They play tomorrow afternoon in Minnetonka. Good luck, boys.
That's it. Enjoy your weekend, and thanks for tuning in to KRDS. I'm Aubrey.
And I'm Zach, and as always,
Go Cards.